Here's part one of a two-part story on a remarkable center in the heart of Israel. 10 years ago, CBN News began to cover a story set here in the hills of ancient Samaria, part of Israel's biblical heartland. It began a partnership between Jews and Christians in building a one-of-a-kind training center here in the heart of Israel. Here's a look back at our story from 2010. These young Israelis are having fun, but it's fun with a purpose.
You learn things about yourself that you didn't know before, you overcome fears, and it just makes you better.
It will be the center for youth leadership in Israel.
Ariel Mayor Ron Nachman is excited to welcome the new training center to this part of Israel's biblical heartland.
There's nothing like that in Israel, and the concept is the key, is the essence of everything. It's not just climbing the high ropes or something like that. No. Beyond it, there is a whole theory of a concept of how to enrich the child, boy or girl, how to enrich a leader, how to enrich a community, how to enrich a country.
The concept uses physical challenges, teamwork, and the Bible to teach principles of leadership. This all began when kids from Ariel visited a Christian retreat center in the U.S. called J.H. Ranch.
And when the children came back from the ranch, they changed their whole behavior. And mother said to me, what I did not succeed to do with my child in the last 16 years, you did it in 2 weeks.
It's the perfect outdoor classroom.
Heather Johnston and her husband Bruce direct the J.H. Ranch. They suggested the idea to Nachman of a national training center for Israel's youth.
He agreed that maybe this would be a great idea, and so he came to J.H. Ranch, and he is the one who really has birthed the vision in the nation of Israel.
The program, endorsed by Israel's Ministry of Education, is based on the characters of the Hebrew Bible.
Leaders like Abraham and Moshe and Esther and all of these leaders that really rose up at climactic times in Israel's history. How did they relate to God?
Israelis want to develop what they describe as a Joshua generation.
A generation that can come forth with a real new dynamic inside themselves, a spirit of courage and of faith in God, and an understanding of who they are in relation to themselves, the nation, and also the world.
The Leadership Center is just a few months old, and so far several hundred have attended the course, but the eventual goal is for thousands, and then tens of thousands of Israelis to go through the center. Nachman says developing the center has been a remarkable partnership of Christians and Jews.
Without the connection, I would say, and the connection and the relationship between us and our friends, the Christians in the United States, I could not raise this park.
The center has already had an impact on the kids.
If you want to enrich the young boy or girl, you need to give them some values that they will escort them to the rest of their life.